In the year 1925, a British explorer walked into the Amazon and vanished. His obsession? A city that shouldn't exist. What happened next killed over 100 people. But before we reveal what they found, you need to understand why this man was willing to sacrifice everything, including his own son. It was 1906, London. Fawcett discovers a Portuguese manuscript from 1753 hidden in the Royal Geographical Society archives. It describes something impossible. A city of silver towers, wide stone boulevards, advanced architecture hidden deep in the Brazilian jungle. The writer claimed that he walked its abandoned streets. But Fawcett kept one detail secret from the world. He believed this city was built by survivors of Atlantis. His colleagues thought he had gone mad. The Royal Geographical Society warned him the Amazon had already killed dozens of explorers, but Fawcett had seen things others hadn't. Between the year 1906 and 1924, Fawcett made 7 expeditions into the Amazon. Each time he returned with bizarre artifacts and stories that defied belief. In 1920, he discovered ancient pottery deep in areas supposedly never inhabited by advanced civilizations. The academic world dismissed him, but Fawcett knew better. By 1925, Fawcett's obsession had consumed him entirely. He mortgaged his house, he ignored his wife's pleas, and made a decision that would destroy his family. He decided to take his 21-year-old son named Jack into the deadliest jungle on Earth. Jack's best friend, Raleigh Rimmel, begged to join. Fawcett agreed. 3 men, no backup. April 20th, 1925. The trio departed from Cuiabá, Brazil. Fawcett's final letter to his wife read, "You need have no fear of failure." But he was already lying to her. They carried food for only 2 weeks, no weapons, no radio. Fawcett believed civilization made men weak. The Amazon would prove him catastrophically wrong. By May 29, 1925, their last confirmed location, Dead Horse Camp. Fawcett sent a final telegram, "We are entering unexplored territory." Then the jungle swallowed them whole. Weeks eventually became months. Months then became years. The world demanded answers, but the Amazon keeps its secrets. And then the first search party made a horrifying discovery. In 1928, Commander George Dyott led the first major rescue expedition. They pushed deep into Kalapalo territory where the last confirmed sighting occurred. What they found changed everything. The Kalapalo chief approached with a metal nameplate. Dyott's heart stopped. It belonged to Percy Fawcett, but the chief's story made no sense. The chief claimed Fawcett and his party had passed through peacefully, continuing east toward the Xingu River. They warned him about hostile tribes ahead. Fawcett ignored them. But then another tribe told a different story. They said they'd heard gunshots and screams. Dyott faced an impossible question. Who was telling the truth, and why would anyone lie? Dyott's expedition failed, but it triggered something worse. Between 1930 and 1950, over 100 people entered the Amazon searching for Fawcett. Most never returned. They called it Fawcett's Curse. Explorer Stefan Rotten vanished in 1931. American explorer Peter Fleming barely escaped with his life in 1932. The jungle was claiming victims. In 1951, Brazilian explorer Orlando Vilas-Boas met the Kalapalo again. This time they told an even different story, one that made the world's blood run cold. The chief confessed they had killed Fawcett. Why? Because he slapped a tribesman who stole his possessions. The execution was swift. 3 clubs, 3 bodies, 1 grave. In 1951, they led Villas-Boas to skeletal remains. Measurements matched Fawcett's height, but forensic analysis in 1998 revealed something shocking. These weren't Fawcett's bones at all. If Fawcett didn't die at Kalapalo hands, then where did he go? In 1996, Brazilian explorer James Lynch discovered something that reopened every question. Lynch found ancient earthworks and pottery shards in the exact region Fawcett had indicated. Satellite imaging later revealed something mind-blowing beneath the canopy. Between the years 2003 and 2018, archaeologists discovered over 200 pre-Columbian earthwork sites in the Amazon, cities that housed up to 60,000 people. Fawcett was right all along. These weren't primitive villages at all. They had sophisticated road networks, agricultural systems, and monumental architecture, everything Fawcett described. But there's a darker truth. Fawcett's lost city of Z wasn't one city, it was an entire lost civilization. The Kuhikugu civilization thrived between 1250 and 1650 AD, then vanished. Why? European diseases arrived before the explorers. Smallpox and measles killed 90% of the indigenous population. By the time Fawcett arrived, the cities had been reclaimed by jungle for 250 years. Fawcett spent his life searching for a city that existed centuries before he was even born. He walked right past its ruins without recognizing them. The jungle had hidden the evidence. So what killed Fawcett? Modern researchers have three theories, each one more chilling than the last. The first involves the Kalapalo confession. The Kalapalo may have told the truth initially, then lied to protect themselves. Fawcett's documented arrogance toward indigenous people supports this. He may have provoked his own death. Fawcett's minimal supplies would have lasted 2 weeks maximum. Without hunting skills and refusing indigenous help, they likely starved. Their bodies dissolved into the acidic jungle soil. But forensic anthropologist Dr. Christopher Ruff studied Fawcett's letters and concluded something else. Fawcett never intended to return. He'd planned to go native all along. His final letters contain coded messages to his wife about transcending civilization. He told colleagues he might not return. Was his disappearance actually an escape? In the year 1979, a Brazilian woman named Dulipe claimed Percy Fawcett was her grandfather. She said he'd lived with her tribe until 1954, dying at age 87. DNA tests were inconclusive. Between 1930 and 1960, multiple Brazilian explorers reported seeing an elderly white man living among Amazonian tribes. Same height, same beard, same piercing blue eyes. Was it a coincidence? But what about Jack and Raleigh? No one ever reported seeing them. If Fawcett survived, he survived alone, which raises the darkest question of all. Did Percy Fawcett sacrifice his own son and his son's friend for his obsession? Did he lead them into the jungle knowing they wouldn't survive? The evidence suggests yes. Fawcett's disappearance inspired countless books and films and expeditions, but his true legacy is darker. He proved ancient Amazonian civilizations existed, then became their final victim. Today, LiDAR technology reveals new earthworks monthly. The city of Z is being found piece by piece. Fawcett was right about everything except one crucial detail. He searched for a living city, but he was 300 years too late. The people who built these wonders had been dead for centuries. Fawcett's story carries a warning for every obsessive seeker. Sometimes the thing you're searching for exists exactly where you think it is. You just can't see it. His obsession cost him his family, his reputation, his life, and possibly his son's life. Over 100 people died following his path. Was the city of Z worth it? Scientists now estimate that up to 10 million people lived in the Amazon before European contact. Fawcett glimpsed this truth, but the price of that glimpse was everything. Did the lost city of Z ever exist? Yes. Does it still exist? Yes. Will we ever know what really happened to Percy Fawcett? Probably not. The real mystery isn't just what happened to one man, it's also how an entire civilization vanished from history, and how the jungle kept that secret for 400 years. Subscribe to uncover more lost civilizations that history forgot, because the Amazon still holds secrets, and some of them are about to be revealed. See you in the next investigation.